Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so glad that you showed up. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know who you are. Let me know that you're here so I can say hi to you. And so today we're going to be talking about 7 tips to deal with step parent burnout. Now, this is part two of a two-part series. I talked about voice there. I talked about 6 signs to know that you have stepmom or stepdad burnout. And the link is going to be below. If you missed that first one, you can click on the link so it can take you to that one first. And then you can go ahead and see this one. So since I talked about recognizing that you had stepmom, stepdad burnout, and the reason why I just don't say stepmom is because stepdads feel the same thing, especially if you're living in the home and you're just as involved, because I know my husband, he would say sometimes he felt tired too. He nor I knew the word was step parent burnout, but we would just say we're tired. We're just so tired. And so then we realized that there is a word for this, and it's called step mom burnout, but it's also stepdad burnout. And so again, go ahead and look at that first video that'll tell you that the signs, and then this one is going to give you some tips to deal with step parent burnout. And so tip number one, notice what your body is telling you. Feeling irritable, yelling, being angry, just being out of your character. And it's because you're irritated and you're exhausted, and their body's telling you that. A lot of times, I tell my clients that, oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lois, the relatable therapist. Sometimes I just jump right in and forget I'm supposed to introduce myself. So a lot of times, what I tell my clients is that your body tells you things and you need to listen. Sometimes your body tells you when it's sick. You start getting a fever, you start feeling hot, and sometimes we ignore them. We just keep pushing. But your body is trying to tell you something. So the first tip for this is to notice when your body is telling you, when you're feeling like, you know what, I usually don't get upset like this. I'm getting upset. So I need to kind of notice what's going on with my body. Tip number two, don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty that you may need a break. Because once you start noticing what's going on, it's like, I think I need a break. I think I need to take a step back. I need to step back and give myself a break and to recharge. And because sometimes you feel like you're expected to always be on point, to always be up. And sometimes you can't be like that. And so once you notice what your body is telling you, start to recognize and realize that I need a break, and don't feel guilty about it. Because sometimes as a stepmom, stepdad, you feel guilty when you don't want to do something. And so that's the reason why you keep pushing yourself, because you do feel guilty. But don't feel guilty that your body is telling you it needs a break. Tip number three, ask for help. Ask for help. Sometimes you feel like, as a step parent, and I know I did, that my role was I had to be the mom. That was my role. I had to be the mom. And as the mom, doing things that moms do, because for my kids, I may monitor, what they're doing on the computer. I may make sure that they're doing their homework, and make sure that the kids are that I'm enforcing the rules. So I felt like I had to do all of that. My husband, he would work second shift, so sometimes he'd be asleep, or over the weekend. It's like I felt like I had to be doing these things. And no, you need to ask for help. Hey, I need your help in doing this. I need your help in, if the kids had, well, we had our kids every other weekend, so a lot of times they didn't have homework. But let's just say if they did have homework, it's not my role just to be the only one to help with homework. It's his kids too. He can help with homework. He can help with enforcing the rules, especially let him help with enforcing the rules, because a lot of times the kids don't listen to you, especially if you're a new step parent and you haven't got that bond yet. Let your partner, let them help. Let them fill that role. Tip number four, change your expectations. The expectations that I know how to do this, I know how to cook, I know how to make the bed, I know how to do whatever. No, we want to change those expectations. Even if your spouse doesn't do it the exact way you do it, that's okay. It's okay that's not done to your specification. Change those expectations. Let your stepkids help. There's nothing that says that because they come over, they don't have to make their bed. There's nothing that says that they don't have to do the laundry. When you say you're a family, they're doing things that a family does. All of that encourages that atmosphere and that environment of a family. So don't take on all the expectations that I'm the only one that knows how to do this. As a matter of fact, when my husband started cooking, I found out he was a better cook than I was in certain foods. So just that little point out there, when you do that, you may find out that they know how to do something much better than you. Tip number 5, and this is one that a lot of people don't talk about. Find out what's really going on, what you're really upset about. You may be upset that, let's just say, there's socks on the floor, but you're really upset that you're the only one that's doing the laundry. No one's helping. So stop and find out what you're really upset about. Because a lot of times what we do is we have misplaced anger, misplaced emotions, but take the time and find out, what am I really upset about? What's really gotten me upset in this situation? And you'd be surprised, a lot of times it's really not what's presenting itself, it's really something else deeper that's going on. Tip number 6, take a break. Take a break, read a book, go for a walk, jog, exercise, go out with your friends, do something that's away from the environment. Because a lot of times when you're just there, and even though you're not participating, you're there and you're seeing everything, and your mind is still going around and around and around about the expectations, what I should be doing. But if you remove yourself from it, you're not there to see all of that. Because what happens is you forget who you are. You forget who you are. So when you're taking a break, you're remembering the things that you like to do, the things that you enjoy. Because remember, in the first part we talked about, one of the signs that you're burning out, you're burnt out step parent, is you kind of lose yourself and forget who you are and what you like and what you enjoy. So by taking a break, you're replenishing that. You're reminding yourself of what you used to do and what you like to do. And and tip number 7, get your rest. Take the time to rest. As a stepmom, stepdad, sometimes we want to prove that we're this wonderful step parent. We want to make sure that they know, and you're constantly going and doing that, you burn yourself out. That's how you burn yourself out, because you're not getting your rest. Take the time and get your rest. Let everybody go, watch TV, do whatever, get your rest. Because we know that when you're not resting, you're not replenishing your energy and you're going to be tired. And so those are the 7 steps to recognizing that you are a burnt out step parent and replenishing yourself so that you don't continue to be that burnt out step parent. But like I said, tell me what some of the things that you've done, because they're more than just 7. A lot of people that I've talked to, they do different things. Some people meditate, some people do yoga, things that help you to not be that burnt out step parent. So go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment on this video. And go ahead and, like I said, write down a comment, because I'd love to hear your comment. This is a channel that we talk about all things blended family. I give advice, comment, and hopefully it's supporting you. So if it's giving you value, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And again, I'll put the link at the bottom for part 1, when we talked about 6 signs to notice that you are a stressed out, burnt out step parent. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Talk to you later and enjoy the rest of your day.